Hey, Tina. Good evening, sis. Good evening. Good evening. Hey, hey, hey. How you doing, Tina? Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday evening to you. How are you? Thank you for dropping in and leaving me a greeting. Someone is mowing their lawn, so I hope it's not too loud. Let me know if this music is too loud, Tina. Happy Sunday. I'm so glad you live. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Music is perfect. All right, I appreciate that. Thank you for letting me know. And I'm glad that you're glad that I'm live. I'm glad that you're hearing the live. How has your weekend been, girl? Better yet, what do you have planned for the week? New week, new start, new beginnings. New week, new start, new beginnings. New goals, new challenges, new encounters, hopefully positive encounters, new experiences. I'm dealing with a broken heart. After a 6-year relationship, pray for something to distract my mind. Oh, Tina, I hate to hear that. I'm so sorry to hear that. I'm so sorry to hear that. You know what? And you came live, literally says, I'm so glad that I can help distract you because Tina, I think we've all been there. I think we've all been there. Whether it be you woman, man, young adult, mature adult, children. I think, most of us had our first love or what we thought was our first love, like in elementary school, right? Uh, but I guess technically that might be, but our first true love, oh my goodness, to break up with that person, it can be devastating. It can be devastating. The only thing that I was about to say the only thing that I can suggest is keeping yourself preoccupied. But, that can work and that can help some people and hopefully it'll help you. And sometimes it just sometimes it just takes time, you know. But again, while it's taking time, the best thing to do is to preoccupy yourself. But don't don't try to forget the relationship. I think sometimes that makes it harder when we try to preoccupy ourselves and we almost feel the need to just forget the relationship. So I don't know if it's the best advice, but I feel like preoccupying yourself, finding things to do, creating new challenges for yourself. Because when you do that, you focus on something that's positive. But it was a relationship and it was a 6-year relationship. So you do need to think about it from time to time, because I'm sure that there were a lot of good times. So, yes, preoccupy yourself, find some new things to think about, find some new hobbies, some new things to do. Don't dwell on it. But also, don't deprive yourself of thinking about the good times either. Hey, a brilliant blessed mess. Abriel, don't deprive yourself of remembering the good times, Tina, if that makes sense. Oh, my goodness. I hate to hear that. So, you know what? Let's talk about some things that can get your mind off of it for the time being. Because, like I said, whenever you break up with someone and it leaves you brokenhearted like that, that means there was a lot of love, a lot of time, and a lot of you dedicated to that relationship. So we don't want to forget it. We don't. But when a breakup is fresh, we do want to preoccupy ourselves and, try not to dwell on it. Because when you start to dwell on it, you'll find yourself in a slumber, in a slump, And and you're gonna be that. You're going to be that way. You're going to miss that relationship. But try to find something to keep your mind off of um off of the hurtful parts. It's just hurtful in general because it's over. But if you think about it, if you find yourself dwelling on it, think about the good times that you guys had. Think about the good times that you had. And depending on the person, depending on the relationship, you never know. You never know. I don't know if that's something you want to revisit, either of the two of you, but sometimes you just need some time apart. You just need some time apart. Tina says, I'm dealing. Oh, I saw that part. It was God bringing you as an answer and affirmation to my prayers. Oh, hey, Abril. Excited to be on this new journey. My daughter and I are just leaving for the park. It's 5:22 here. We will be there by 5:40 to start walking. We will play catch up. Okay, okay. That's good. That's good. Play catch up. Play catch up. Never too late to start. Tina says, this man portray himself a Christian. Okay, and girl, he pulled the whole wool over my eyes. I feel you. I feel you. Feels like it was a stronghold the devil used. You know what, Tina? So yeah, even though he wasn't what he portrayed himself to be, it still can be hard and it still can be gut wrenching because of that fact. Now, sometimes we just grow apart from people and that hurts. But when someone has kind of somewhat deceived you, then that hurts a lot because you have to think about it. It's like they never really were who you thought they were anyway. And so that can hurt a lot. April says, thanks for taking us on this journey with you. You are appreciated. I'll catch y'all back. Okay. Catch us back at the park, April. Headed there now. Thank you, sis. I will. I don't want to bring your live down. I love your spirit and we'll take your advice. Okay. Okay. Yes. Yes. Look, Tina. We're supposed to be here for each other. And yes, it saddens me. It saddens the chat that you're sad, but you're the most saddest about this right now. So that's what we're here for. Remember, to uplift. We're here to uplift each other, to drop nuggets. You sharing this with the chat means you don't mind the chat knowing. So maybe the chat can drop some nuggets with you on what they did to get through, relationships that ended. Um, Abril, April says, Tina, before I drive off, had to acknowledge your message. Okay, okay, okay. Had to acknowledge your message. Please, please, please look up Rock City Church. Today's sermon is for you. Okay, okay, Tina. April says, look up Rock City Church. They have a sermon today. She said that sermon is for you. Today's message hit my heart. Please go watch it after this, sis. You gotta lose to win. Yes, 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 yes. Go watch it. And you can't win unless you lose. That's the hardest lesson to learn. Headed to the park for okay, for real now, ladies. Laugh out loud. Okay, April. Okay. We are going to catch you at the park. Yeah, yes, Tina. You know what? Look up that sermon that April said. And yeah, sometimes you do. You have to lose to win. It's kind of like the concept you fall down, but you get back up. The best part of falling down is getting back up. Sometimes it can be hard. Getting back up can be hard. And you're not where you were. You don't feel as strong as you did before you fell. But guess what? When you fall down and you get back up, you don't feel as strong as you did before you fell, but you're up. And that's the start. And you gain your strength back. With time, you gain your strength back. So we're looking, hey, Joshua. Joshua says, hi, Lions Pride. We're looking for you to gain your strength back. And with the grace of God, you will gain your strength back. You will. Joshua speaking to Tina. Tina says, hi, Joshua. Y'all, it seems like every time I turn around, there's some music. So I'm hoping it's not too bad. I'm hoping they don't say anything. I'm hoping that the music here kind of covers that music. I don't know if it will, but let's hope so. Tina, well, we could talk about some things like a lot of times you can just talk about something that's really uh, important. Like I want to talk about health with you guys. Like you don't have to say when, you don't have to tell your business, but I have a question for y'all. When was the last time you just got a regular checkup? Can you guys remember the last time you just got a regular checkup? If you can remember, let me know. If you're good about getting your regular checkups, let me know. And if you can't remember, let me know. Tina says, Joshua, good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you, friend. Joshua says, how are you, my friend Tina? Well, Tina is a little bit down right now, Joshua, but she's going to be okay. She's going to be okay. Tina says, Joshua, I'm okay. Miss seeing you in Danny's chat. Did Danny go live earlier today? I couldn't participate in any lives today, but I was just going through my notifications. I really didn't click on anybody, but if I'm not mistaken, I think I saw her go live today with one of her pajama parties. So if you guys remember, tell me when was the last time you just had just a regular head to toe checkup, like just a general basic checkup that we all need annually, at least annually. Um, Sometimes some doctors will have you come in 2 to 3 times a year, just depending on what you have going on. You can even have something like maybe high blood pressure, and the doctor wants to see you every 4 months or every 6 months. And that's a good thing. Don't be down about that. If you find that you have high blood pressure or high cholesterol or diabetes or something like that, a lot of times the doctor will want to see you every 4 months, every 6 months at first, and then he'll go back to like annually once it's regulated and once it's maintained. So if you guys can remember, we want to talk about some health today, just health checks. When was the last time you received an overall checkup? Hey, Roselle, welcome to the live. How you doing, Roselle? Hey, hey, hey. Yes, Danny did go live. Okay, okay, I gotta catch her. I gotta catch her live. Pajama Jammy Jam Sunday. So y'all had the Pajama Jammy Jam party at Danny's. I know that's like a weekly thing for her. What is it weekly? I mean, she may do it more than once a week. But y'all go over there and check out Danielle. What's the correct name? Because I think she changed it a little bit. I'm so used to 100, the Danielle 100. Roselle says, I'm blessed. How are you? I'm good, Roselle. Just walking on here today. Abriel is going to the park. She's going to walk with me, her and her daughter. I'm just on here doing my cool down as usual. Y'all know I'm a shorts channel. I'm not big on doing a lot of lives and panels and stuff like that. I like to come on here and touch base with everybody to see how everybody's doing, to check up on you, to see if you need to talk, with each other, with like-minded people, if you need some uplifting. We had Tina. Everybody give Tina some words of encouragement, send prayers her way. She's going through a little rough patch, but it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. We have to let each other know we are our brother's keeper. We are our sister's keeper. So even when you can't do anything else, send positive words of encouragement and affirmation to people. Send good vibes. Send positive vibes when you can't do anything else. Tina says it's weekly on Sunday. Okay. Okay. It's Danielle Robinson, all of me. But wasn't it like Danielle Robinson, all of me 100 or something? See, I thought she had changed it up a little bit, but I might be wrong. I might be wrong. Tina says, hello, Roselle. Yeah. So that's all, Roselle. Just chilling. It's a breeze here. It feels good. A nice day to be out here doing the cool down. Actually, I could have exercised out here today. So I jumped rope again today for my exercise. That was my exercise. Did some stretches, of course. My appetizer. My entree was jumping rope. And now I'm out here cooling down. And honestly, I've done a sufficient cool down, but I want to keep going because I want to talk to y'all and I want to see what you got going on. And I want to be on here long enough. I'm waiting for April to get to the park. And I'm waiting for Triple Headed Goddess. Where is she? Triple, where are you? I even did y'all, what do they call it when you do the you set the timer or whatever. What do you call that? And you let people know you're gonna go live later. So I did that to try to give Triple a reminder. I don't know, maybe she'll come on before we leave. If not, she can catch us tomorrow. The only days I might not be walking this week are Tuesday and Wednesday because I have engagements for those 2 days and I won't be able to do it in the evening. Now, that said, I might get up Tuesday and Wednesday morning. I might do it Tuesday and Wednesday morning before I leave and jump in the shower. I might do it that way. Sis, you're right. I forgot to put the 100 at the end of her channel name. Well, see, I thought she had. I remembered what you said. I remembered that name and it had the 100 attached to it, but I thought she had changed it up just a little bit. So I might be wrong. I might be wrong. Her name is kind of long, so I might just be remembering what I see when I get the notification. Okay. I guess that's all. It's look, Tina, why am I making it harder than what it is? So anybody in here, you don't have to be, you don't have to tell your business, but let me know if you receive regular checkups. If you went and got your regular checkups, if you get your regular checkups, and if you don't get your regular checkups, with your healthcare provider, your primary caregiver, or your nurse practitioner, your physician's assistant. If you don't, why? Why don't you? Are you afraid? Are you reluctant to go to the doctor? Are you afraid to go to the doctor? Um, do you have trust issues when it comes to going to the doctor? So I just want to talk about some of those things today. When was the last time you went and got a physical or a checkup, head to toe? If it's been a while, then why? Is it because you don't trust doctors? You just hadn't gotten around to it? You forget, you don't really think about it. You only go when you feel like you need to. Like, what is your reason for not going? And if you do go regularly, tell us about that as well. April says, Lord Jesus, I had to find a dorm spot to park. Wow. Is it that packed? April, is the park that filled? Well, I guess it is. That's a good thing. That's a good thing. We are here. So I have regular checkups. Okay. And this topic, like many other topics you have been navigating, are beyond important. Yes, April. Thank you. Thank you so much for that. Um, I see so much other stuff on here. And like, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a nurse practitioner, but I do, I am into wellness. All you have to do is be into wellness. And none of the information on here is meant to be professional advice, meant to take the place of anything that your doctor or your nurse practitioner or any of your healthcare providers have told you. But it's just to get people jump started. Like, we're just trying to figure out, if people don't go to the doctor, why? Like, when was the last time they went to the doctor? You know, um, there can be a plethora of reasons. Like I just said, some people don't trust the doctors. Some people just haven't gone. They just go when they feel like they need to. Some people may have missed an appointment and they plan to go. And some people just don't go. You know, it is packed. Yes, I'm in Seattle. It's different here. Oh, okay. I got you. It's packed. So, Seattle. So, your summers, how are your summers typically, April? How is it there in the summertime typically? Like, do you guys get up to the hundreds typically, or just like the high 90s? What is it like there in Seattle? It rains a lot, right? It rains a lot, right? Or is that a myth? Is that the truth, or is that a myth? Abram, does it rain a lot in Seattle? So for anybody who comes across this live, please give it a thumbs up. Please leave a comment. The question is, how often do you get a physical or checkup? Do you go regularly, as in maybe once a year, twice a year, uh, every 4 months? Do you go when needed, or do you not go? And if you don't go, why not? Is it because you don't trust the healthcare field, or is it just because you just haven't thought about it and you just don't go unless you think you need to? So please leave a comment in the comment section of the replay if you missed the live, and let us know. What is that? Y'all know I'm so nosy. I'm always looking at stuff. I see somebody's ID. It looks like a work ID, and there's another piece of paper. I don't know what that is, but I don't know how it got out here. Maybe they were walking. Maybe they were walking. It's weirdo weather. It rains a lot and it's fake hot. It's fake hot. Weirdo. It even might snow in the early summer. Checking my head, then be hot, hot, then rain a lot. Wow, that is kind of tripolar, huh? So back to the subject. As a three-time breast cancer survivor. Oh, okay, okay. Survivor, survivor, survivor. Key word, survivor. Once I overcame it the third time and it remained gone, I stopped going to the doctor. I became a workaholic for the airlines and stopped going. Okay, so you haven't been, when would you say is the last time you've been? You said it was after your third time surviving. And so I guess the reason is because you've become a workaholic that you don't go, or you haven't been, April. Let's see. Then I fell out at work one day, ushering in a plane. Oh goodness. And got transported to the hospital to find that I had heart failure. I thought it was C because it happened March 2020. Okay, okay. Oh goodness. So what? So are you? You're on. Wait a minute. So you found out you have heart failure. What has been the? I guess the treatment plan. What has been the treatment plan since you do? Since you did have that, what has been the treatment plan? And do you at least go to your cardiologist regularly? Tina says, April, you have a testimony. And what a survivor. Yes, God bless your continued health. Yes, she does have a testimony. And I'm hoping that you'll be able to, get back into the regular routine of going, able to get your physical. And have you gone to a cardiologist since you had your episode? Found out that because of all the chemo from the breast cancer, I had gotten heart failure. So now I'm awaiting a heart transplant after 2 years of being stubborn and ending up in a coma 2 months ago. April, oh goodness. Okay, that has taken me aback because there's so much to say, and there's so much you can say, but you don't want to say, but you want to say enough, if that makes sense. That's taking me aback. There's so much that I want to say. There's so much that I can say, but you don't want to overstep, but you do want to say enough. So what I will say is to make sure that you get that you know go to all of your appointments. Make sure that you take it easy, and when you are exercising, you know, make sure that you don't overdo it. I'm sure you know what's too much. Um, Especially, you know, you're on this heart transplant list. Make sure that you don't overdo it. Make sure that you know where your limits are. Know your limits, and also make sure that the next time you go, you talk with them and figure out what exactly you should be doing and how often. How often when it comes to exercise. Tina says, "Sis, I answered the question up above. Which one about the how often you go, Tina? Let's see. I decided I need to take my health seriously. I couldn't afford to be on the Social Security they offered me, so I had to still work a lot and still do as many of us have to. Yes, yes, we people have to work. People have to work, or at least need to work. They need to work. I don't know if everybody has to, but I do know that most of us need to. Um, hearing that it makes me concerned with the amount of exercise you do and the intensity. I want you to make sure that you know since you're on the heart transplant list, how often do you go to your cardiologist? I want you the next time, even if you have to give them a call tomorrow, give them a call and let them know that you had. April, are you just now starting to walk, or have you been doing it? Was that a suggestion that they gave you? If they didn't suggest it, um, or if you haven't been doing it, either way, if you don't mind, just call them. Call them tomorrow. Call them when you get a chance tomorrow. And when they give you a call back, talk with them and make sure that it is okay that you exercise into what uh, intensity, what degree. Okay, let's see. Tina, you say you answered above. I missed it. Let me see. Uh, okay, I started on the journey 2 years ago to regain my health. You've lost 120 pounds? Oh, wow. And just had a full physical last month and required blood work. No daily meds and labs perfect. Great. That's great, Tina. And feel 30 instead of 56. Come on now. Preach, preach, preach. That's good, Tina. That's good. I'm glad to hear that everything was great. And I'm glad to hear that you feel great. I'm glad to hear that you feel great. Do you do any cardio or any weight training activity, Tina? Okay, April says she's working from home now. I'm now working from home and I have, okay, weekly visits from the nursing and doctors. Okay. And I go beyond their limits because I'm a single mom currently and can't afford to not work. Well, when I say your limits, like as far as like exercise, what have they told you that is okay? What limits have they given you that are fine? April says, and Tina, as April, you sound like you're doing really, really well. I'm glad that you're able to work. Just don't push yourself too much. And again, when I say your limits, what were your limits when it comes to your exercise intensity? April says, and Tina, I need your advice, sis. How you did that. Okay, she's 56, feeling 30. When he got a checkup and everything looks good. Lab work was fine. Lab work was great. That's good, Tina. That is good. That's good news. That's good to hear. And it wasn't a question to be nosy. It was just a question because you see a lot. You see so much on social media. And I see a lot of doctors, a lot of nurses, and they have a lot of subscribers and they have a lot of comments in their comment section. So I see that more people than I probably would have thought do truly care, you know, about healthcare information, wellness information. So, and a lot of those doctors and healthcare providers, they don't really go live. They maybe go live once a week. Some of them I've never seen go live, but they have great, great informative healthcare videos. Tina got even more testimony than we even knew about. with the relationship. Oh my goodness. I told her, I think we've all been through that. Everybody handles it differently because each love is different. Each of the loves that you've had is different. So, sometimes a person can be like, I'm not gonna let that get me down. He was no good or she was no good. But if sometimes, even when the relationships are rocky, you still miss that person. You miss what you really wanted that person to be. You maybe even miss what that person was at one point, and maybe they changed. People do change. And sometimes it takes months, even years, for you to see a side of a person that you never saw before. So, my question then is, do you think that person changed, or do you think they just hid that side of themselves from you? You see, and the limits they gave me, okay, were smaller. But I think I read that. Let's see. Since I am working with a personal trainer the last 6 months, okay, okay, okay. Hold on, let me stop and read that. Rowing, Rowensi gastritis. Is that what it is? Rowensi. It sounds like ropes. Rowing Street gastritis bypass on June 22nd, 2022. Okay, I had a pool and been swimming. Swimming is great as I'm heading from 3 years of intense. Okay, sciatica. Okay, okay. Swimming is great. Swimming is one of the best exercises for arthritis. It is. I know your joints hurt when you have arthritis, and the weight of the water is really heavy. But to get up you know what? Water is great. To get the best weight of a person, it takes water. Water is everything when it comes to like exercising. So even if you don't know how to swim, of course, if you have a trainer or someone with you, they can help you use water to help with your arthritis. But swimming is great for it. Y'all, I'm coming up on some dogs. I hope I don't have to do the two step because these people and their dogs and not having leashes, most places I go, wherever I'm in the city limits, they typically require leashes. But for some reason, people are just hard headed. They are absolutely hard headed. Let's see. Tina says, I am doing physical therapy, recommended pool exercises in my pool and riding my exercise bike and walking as well. That's great, Tina. That's great. So you have a resume, you have a plan, and that's great. That's great. So no wonder you're 56 feeling 30. April says sometimes God just has better, or sometimes God separates us to make us separate, yes, separately strong in our own right. So to be able to join together, so right, strong and be successful in union. Exactly. 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 Tina says wearing the same size clothes as my two daughters. I work from home since C19 and okay, that helps. Okay, okay. Roll. Okay, okay, rowing why? Ruin why? I haven't heard of that. I've heard of the bypass, but I haven't heard of that. So it's ruin why. Okay, okay. So do you feel like that has really helped you, Tina, having the bypass? April says, Tina, okay, that seems much safer than tummy tuck type procedures and such. Those stubborn areas as we get in our late 40s, early 50s don't be working. They don't be wanting to budge no matter what. So these grown tips help. Yes, yes. They don't want to budge, y'all. Sometimes, I mean, dieting helps some people. I think it just depends on a lot of things, genetics, uh, your dedication, how well you stick to your plans, uh, you know, just genetics, dedication, and that's the person themselves. Because, sometimes as a person, you'll think, wow, my mother drops weight quickly, or she keeps it off, she stays slim. But for some reason, you don't. Maybe you get it from your father's side, Or maybe you get that from your mother's side, but it just didn't catch your mother. You know, maybe she can maintain a good weight with no problem, and you have to work at it, or vice versa. Maybe you can maintain a great weight, and your mom or your siblings, your sister has to work on hers, your brother has to work on his. So when it comes to genes, they can be funny because we typically seem to think we're going to be somewhat like mother or dad or dad, but sometimes it can totally miss you. It can totally miss you, whatever it is that you're working on, or sometimes it can totally miss them, and it affects you. So genes are, yeah, they're funny like that. Uh, Tina says, April, yes, we were high school crushes. Oh, wow. Yeah, I re-met 6 years ago, had a long distance relationship, and this messy. Tina, Tina said this messy MF married, and I just, oh my gosh, Tina. So has he been married the whole time? Since it was the best decision in my life. After then, oh, other than having my 8 kids, yes, guys, Tina has 8 kids. Isn't that a blessing? Kids are blessings. We don't always get it right with them, but we try. Sometimes we don't even realize we're not getting it right, or we realize it and it's just still hard. We don't have the help, or if we have the help, sometimes it's just hard for whatever reason. But with the grace of God, eventually we get it right. And hopefully, before it's too late to ruin our relationships with them, and maybe even before, you know, it's so ingrained in them that they end up ruining their relationships with their kids. But a lot of times when kids are mistreated, and it doesn't mean that we didn't get it right because we mistreated them. Sometimes we just, slipped and fell a little bit. But sometimes they'll be the total opposite. Sometimes they'll get their cues from you, and maybe as a grandparent, you can help them to be better. And sometimes they want to, they remember where you slipped up, so they make sure not to have the same slip ups. So it's just life. No judgment zone. Things happen. Things happen. Uh, Real says, go ahead, Tina. I'm trying to get like you. It's winning season. It sounds like God over there blessing you and cutting out excess. Yes, beware, sis. Everything we look at as pain may be access to our purpose. Talk, April. Preach to her. Oh my God, Tina. Yikes. Not okay. Right. I'm like, was he married, Tina, the whole time and you didn't know? Or did he get married during your relationship? April says, I was married to my kid's father 18 years after he made choices um, that cost him his family and freedom for 15 years, and the cancer and losing my mom on top while he cheated. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Had me securing my mental health. I under, I get it. I get it. Yeah. What did y'all flip? Y'all was on the flip? Y'all, these kids out here looking like cheerleaders. I thought you was on flipping. April says betrayal after solid loyalty and full contribution to a long relationship is very life changing. It is, but trust me, it can be made into, yes, a big asset. Yes, into the biggest asset. It can. It can. Let's see. Tina says they weren't living together the whole time, but planning to be a Christian and legally married. Wow, Tina, you know what? I don't Christians. I don't know. I know that as Christians, people aren't perfect, but sometimes it's still kind of surprising some of the things they do when they claim to be Christians, or I'll say as Christians, because if they're Christians and that's what they say, that's all we can go by. But a person's religion, a person's title, a person's status, a person's position does not make them immune to bad activity, to poor behavior. I think it still sometimes is a little bit surprising, or I won't even say it's surprising, but it's kind of like a letdown when we see certain people in society act certain ways, commit certain acts. So it's really not shocking because I feel like people do anything, no matter what their religion is, no matter who they are, no matter what their status in life is, no matter what their title is. I've seen those with titles you wouldn't expect to do the most heinous things, but it's still a letdown. It's somewhat of a letdown. Tina says they were okay. I saw that. I don't play with that. I'm struggling with letting vengeance be God's. Okay, because I want him to hurt like me. It can be a struggle. It can be a struggle when someone hurts you. Hey, Smooth. Hey, your boy Smooth. We the Plug LLC. Your boy Smooth is in the house. How you doing, Smooth? I hope you're doing well on this Sunday evening. I hope you're getting prepared for the new week. Thank you for joining the live, the conversation. Anyone else who's joined this conversation, please thumbs up on your way in. If you didn't thumbs up on your way in, look, it just takes a few seconds, not even 30. Run back out there, hit that thumbs up, run back in here and continue with the conversation. If you come across this video and you're not subscribed, please subscribe. Tap my doorbell, better known to YouTube as the notification bell, and hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it. Make sure you get all notifications so that you'll know the next time I do a Let's Walk and Talk live. I'm mostly a shorts channel, but I have found it interesting to come on here when I'm done exercising and just communicating with everybody, some of my subscribers, and just talking about some things that are going on in this world, things that are going on with you that you don't mind sharing. And we drop nuggets over here. We drop nuggets. And I hope that if you come through here, you see this chat, that you drop some nuggets of your own and that you pick up some nuggets. And hoping that you leave this chat. If you leave no other chat, I hope you leave this chat better than you came in, or at least feeling better than you did when you came in. Social media, guys, I say it all the time. You should not go to social media and leave with more stress than you came in with. I don't think that was the design. But we humans, being the way we humans are, you know, we stress each other out. Sometimes we allow ourselves to be stressed by the things that we take in. So I don't think that that's what social media was meant for. But when it went there, they saw a dollar being made. Now it is what it is. It is what it is. So never allow yourself to leave any social media platform with more stress than you entered with. Nope, I'm not. I'm not, Tina. It's a I try to limit myself a lot. So I'm pretty much just on here. That's why I enjoy the shorts. The shorts. Sometimes if I see something on here, it'll it'll ask me to create an account or log in or something. I'm like, nah, whatever I can watch, I'll watch. Whatever I can, I just don't. April says, I will hit the panel, but y'all, I'm breathing all big and stuff. I'm gonna spare y'all. My daughter, she got us walking full on, shaking my head. Y'all getting it in, April. Y'all getting it in. Tina says, I'm sending both y'all the biggest hugs. Thank you, Tina. We're sending hugs right back to you. We're sending them right back to you. And thanks. You both have spoken into my hurting heart. Good. That's good. So that's why I always say, learn from an old person, teach a young person, teach a peer. You can even teach older people. They say you can't teach an old dog new tricks, but guess what? We're not dogs, we're humans. So I feel like no matter what your age is, that's why they have the saying, from the mouth of babes. Babes can teach us. Babies can teach us. And I'm not talking about toddlers, I'm talking about babies. Our elderly can teach us. They have lots and lots of wisdom. And you can even get something from your peers if you're not slow to receive it. You can get something from your peers. Those who are maybe 10 years younger to 10 years older, you can get something from them if you're willing and able to receive it. April says, Tina, that's even worse when they pretend, to be of faith. My ex-husband was a Muslim for 20 years. I never converted, but always respected both religions. But I looked at all Muslims different. after that. Wow. And I had to check myself because it wasn't the religion, it was the man. Right, right, right. It was the man. It was the man because they can come in all all religions. But when no one held him accountable, his mess, I was mad as a whole. Right, right. Tina says, April, sis, why you've been through it too. The plug, smooth says, yes, I am dreading the work week. Uh oh. Smooth. Look, you walking with me, smooth. Come on and walk. Look, I want you men to walk with me too. We want to release some endorphins. We want to release some painkillers. We want to release some mood stabilizers. Get yourself in the mood. Go hit the shower, hit that cold water, and look, tell that work week that you're coming. You're coming. Tina says, Princess, I'm sorry, y'all. He's cutting his grass. This young man is cutting the grass. So he's getting his exercise in. There are a plethora of ways that you can get your exercise in. Cutting the grass is certainly one of them. It's certainly one of them. Y'all, bad people come in all shapes, all colors, all ethnicities, all professions, all religions. They come in all shapes and forms. They do. So when we encounter those people, we just have to try our best, you know, to learn from them. Because that's all we can do. That's all we can do is we just have to try our best to learn from them. Learn from them. You know, you get experience through trial and error. You get experience through through actions. You know, you get experience through experiences. You get wisdom due to the experiences you've had. Hopefully, I know sometimes people aren't quick to latch on to the wisdom that you learn from an experience. Sometimes it takes you two or three times to go through something, but hopefully, you get to a place where you finally acquire the knowledge and wisdom to move on and to move on in a better way, to move differently, you know, to teach your kids, to teach your nieces, your nephews, to teach your siblings, to teach your friends, you know, and of course, to help yourself navigate through those type of times again, those type of situations again. Everything that you learn in life, your unconscious stores it. Your unconscious stores it. And sometimes, even though we come into, we encounter some of those situations again, initially, we may not approach it right. Sometimes we still, even if we've had that experience before or something similar before, sometimes you have to tap into your unconscious and say, hey, hold up, wait a minute. Am I about to do something that I should have learned from already? Because guess what? Y'all, we make mistakes. And sometimes people are like, it wasn't a mistake. You knew fully what you were doing. Yes, but hindsight is 2020. Sometimes we make what I call conscious mistakes. We're fully aware, excuse me, y'all, we're fully aware of what we're doing, right? But we do it anyway. We do it anyway. We do it anyway, y'all. And it's not, even when people are like, well, you can't erase it. You can't. You can't. Even if it's a written mistake, if you write it with a pencil, guess what? When you erase, you still see a faded version of the mistake that you made, right? Say you're writing and you're using a pencil or erasable ink. When you erase, yes, you can do it again. You can rewrite or redo what you did. But before you redo it, you still see a faded version of what you did. So your unconscious holds faded versions of what you once did. Your unconscious holds faded versions of what you did. And sometimes those versions aren't faded as much as you would like them to be. And sometimes we don't want them to be faded. We want to remember the things that we did so that hopefully we make better judgment next time. So sometimes we do things because we made poor judgment, but those experiences should help us to make better judgment later. Hopefully they'll help us to make better judgments later. That's the hope, y'all. It has been 51 minutes. It's been 51 minutes. This cool down, this walk and talk is wrapping up. I hope that each and every one of you guys can join me tomorrow around the same time. When it cools down, if it's raining or storming, I'll most likely be on my elliptical. And sometimes I might switch up on you guys and just do a morning cool down. If I get up and exercise in the morning before work, I'll do a quick morning cool down. Those will probably be true cool downs, keep them to 10 to 15 minutes so that I can get to work on time. So that's why I prefer doing it in the evening so I don't have to go to work. So I will see you guys if you join me tomorrow, 8 Eastern time, 8 Eastern. Once it's cool, 7 Central. 7 Central, I think that's 6 Mountain Time, 5 Pacific. All the different time zones. That's all the different time zones. It's 8 Eastern, uh 8 Eastern, 7 Central, 6 Mountain, and 5 Pacific. 5 Pacific. Tina says, thank you, sis, so much. No, thank you so much. And God bless. You're welcome, sis. You're absolutely welcome. You know you're welcome. And I really truly do hope that you feel better. And when I do end this live, try to focus on, again, some of the things we talked about at the beginning. Focus on some new things you can do. I know you're going to miss the time that you spent with that person, but maybe focus on new hobbies. Um, some what? Focus focus on some new hobbies. Focus on new goals. Some short-term goals. Focus on short-term goals. Focus on long-term goals as well. But for right now, try to put most of your focus on short-term goals so that they are typically easier to meet. And once you meet one, you go on to the next one. Okay. So have a couple of long-term goals as well. But focus on some short-term goals right now while you're going through this little spat, this little period. Focus on short-term goals so that they're easier to meet. And once you meet one, you go right on into the next one. Sometimes you can meet them, you can do them simultaneously, but focus on the short-term ones. And then, and keep the long ones in mind. Because if you focus on the long ones right now, like when you're in a situation like where you told us, sometimes you get kind of like blah. You get kind of blah, or you get kind of just get kind of tired. You get kind of tired, especially if you're not meeting the goal, in the anticipated time. So that's why I say focus on a few short-term goals. And as soon as you meet them, wham, go to the next one, go to the next one, go to the next one, or do them simultaneously. Find some new activities to do. You're already working out, like you work out, you swim and things like that. If you can, go hiking. Um, throw in an extra walk. Do something. And again, you're gonna be reminded of those times. But if you're doing these different activities, hopefully overall they're increasing your endorphins. Those are your great mood stabilizers, mood enhancers. So just think about some things maybe you haven't thought about in a long time that are positive that you would like to do that you haven't done in a while. That's what I always talk about with goals. Sometimes goals don't always have to be new. They can be something that you look back on life and figure like, in my 20s, I enjoyed doing this or that. And you haven't done them since your 20s, since your 30s. Do them now. Get back into that stuff. Do some of the simple things. Do some of the simple things like drawing. You may not be able to draw, but to you, maybe you can. Draw, color, water paint. Do some simple things. Tina says, Amen, sis. I will. Your live was an answer to prayer. Know that, sis. I appreciate that. And I'm glad. I'm so, so glad. I'm glad that I could help Tina. April says, Lions Pride, I absolutely will see you tomorrow. God willing. And thanks again for the positive space you have created for us. Of course, in here in each night. Each night. I'm trying to read and move around too. Tina, I'll keep you prayed up. Y'all, let's keep each other prayed up. Exactly. Let's keep each other prayed up. Let's keep each other lifted up. And I don't know what triple is. I I set the notification hoping that she'd see it because I she called it out. So maybe she didn't remember, or maybe she's busy because I do know that she works several jobs. She does work several jobs. So hopefully she'll catch us tomorrow. If not, hopefully she'll catch us. Um I have commitments for Tuesday and Wednesday. So I may just go early in the morning. So if I go early in the morning, maybe she can catch me in the mornings on Tuesday and Wednesday. But I may not come on Tuesday and Wednesday. I'll see. But I plan to come back Thursday and Friday evening, Monday, Thursday and Friday. So hopefully Triple can join us because I know she was really passionate about doing it, trying to do some things, so that she can kind of, feel better. I'll put it like that, just to kind of feel better. Because y'all, the first thing we do want to do, we want to feel better. We want to exercise. We want to move. We want to move for health. You may not be able to run a marathon. You may not be able to be the Incredible Hulk. We want to just get toned and we want to, move our joints, to help get that synovial fluid moving, release some endorphins. Again, you don't have to be a sprinter. You don't have to be a marathon runner. You don't have to be a weight trainer, but we just want to feel better. We just want to feel better. So hopefully Triple will come on tomorrow. She's working extra hours and wanted to catch us, but it's working. Okay, I think okay. Wrong emoji meant hugging one. Okay, okay. Tina says, sis, you take care and I'll be praying for you and your health. Consider yourself hugs, sis. Sending hugs back to you, Tina, praying for you and your health as well. April, praying for you and your health. Royzell came through, Smooth came through. Praying for everybody, praying for your physical health as well as your mental and emotional health as well. Your mental and emotional health are very, very crucial as well. And we will see you guys tomorrow. And hopefully, again, Triple can join us. If not, we do understand because she does work. She works a lot. I think she said she had 3 jobs. So I totally understand that. So I'm wishing y'all peace, positivity, and prosperity. If you don't have peace, there's usually chaos. If you don't have positivity, there's negativity. And when you have chaos and negativity, you typically fail to prosper. So I wish you all peace, positivity, and prosperity. And don't let bothered people bother you. I'll leave y'all with that. Don't let bothered people bother you. Never go into a space where you feel like you'll leave that space with more stress than you went with. Sometimes put your phone down, you know, call everybody, let them know you're giving your phone a break today. So if someone calls, you'll know that it's very important. Let them know that you're just giving your phone a break today. Because a lot of the apps that we use, of course, are on our phones. So leave your laptop down, leave your computer off, leave your phone on, but just try and take a break from it and only answer the important phone calls and let everybody who's important to you know. If someone keeps calling over and over, of course, answer that. But sometimes we just need a break. If you can't do it for a whole day, do it for half a day. So just find a little peace throughout the day for yourself. Good night. Good night. Tina says, good night, all. April says, I know she will catch up with us. Okay, when her schedule gets back normal again. Right now, she's getting her bag, of course, and handling her real home. And then extra hours. She will join us soon. Okay. I know I can because Triple doesn't go live like on a regular schedule too. And I know it's because she works a lot. So yes, whenever she can come, she can come. Otherwise, we'll be here. We'll be here. We'll be here. Exercise is a routine. It's a part of the daily routine. If it's not a part of your daily routine, try and make it a part of your daily routine. Try to get you at least 30 minutes per day, at least 5 days a week. At least 5 days a week. And as far as dieting, I'm not really into the dieting, but I am into trying to eat healthier, trying to eat better, and having everything in moderation. Because I love chocolate chip, y'all. If you when you get to know me, you'll know I love chocolate chip ice cream. I love mixed chocolate chip ice cream, but everything in moderation. Everything in moderation. Much love and good vibes. It's winning season, y'all. Behave like it is till the blessings manifest themselves physically. Yes, be blessed, y'all. And thanks again, foremost to you, Lines Pride, for all the good wisdom. Oh, Abria, thank you for your wisdom too as well. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I love it. I love it. I love it when you guys contribute to the chat. We make the chat. We, the supporters, the subscribers, and the content creator. And we're trying to work together positively. So I will see you guys tomorrow. It's the Lord's will, y'all. Bye, y'all.